Here's some food for thought. The simple act of actually enjoying our food, of taking time and being mindful, takes away the potential that we're overeating, eating crap, eating the wrong things, and doing damage to our health and our well-being. I think we've just become way too obsessed with counting things when it comes to food. You know, we've got to count our calories, we've got to count our macros, we've got to follow our micro plan, we've got to watch out for fat content, watch out for sugar content, you know, make sure we've got a certain amount of greens, we've got to have this 2 cups of this and 1 cup of that. And it's just taken all the pleasure out of food altogether. And I think what it's actually done is created the issues with our food. Now, as women, I can guarantee that you've felt uncomfortable, stressed out, guilty, overthought your food choices, or what's gone into your mouth on a particular day or a particular week. You've beaten yourself up over it, and you've spent so much mental energy thinking about what goes in your body that you've forgotten actually about how to enjoy food altogether. Food is just seen as some enemy that you have to constantly battle against to stop you from putting on weight, and it shouldn't be. Our whole society is built around entertaining, around socializing with food and alcohol or some sort of drink. If you look at breakfasts with friends, brunches, lunches, long afternoons, cheese nights, fondue nights, having dinner parties with our friends, catching up with our friends on a Friday afternoon for drinks, or having a wine when you get home with your partner once you put the kids to bed. It is revolving around food. It has always revolved around food. And if we start to see food as the enemy, we're going to create problems with food for ourselves. We're going to create these issues. And I think that's what's starting to occur, or has already occurred in our society. And when it comes to us women trying to manage all the different things that we need to manage and all the hectic busyness in our lives, that food is now just one extra stressor that we have to manage instead of something that should be celebrated and enjoyed. So if you take yourself back to just a simple pleasure of enjoying food, of being mindful in what you're eating, if you are honestly mindful about what you're putting in your mouth, and if you're enjoying what's going in your mouth, there's no guilt, guys. And I can guarantee that if you're enjoying what's going in your mouth, you don't overeat, or you don't eat all of the wrong crappy things, because maybe a couple of hot chips going in the mouth on occasion tastes really good, but if you've been really mindful about it, you're not going to continue eating and smash that whole bag of hot chips. What I want to provide in the next video is some key tips, ways that you can start to create space in your life for good food and for enjoying your food again. Because as soon as you start getting rid of all of those food hang-ups, as soon as food is no longer something that takes a huge amount of mental energy in your life, and it's just something that just happens, you eat because you are hungry, you eat the right things because that's what your body is telling you want, because you're connected and you're mindfully eating. And yes, you eat the occasional thing that might be considered bad, but there's no guilt over it. You're going to start leading a much more relaxed, fulfilled life, and your body is going to naturally go into its comfortable, healthy weight. There's no stress over dieting. So tune into the video next, guys. This one is just a little bit of food for thought. I want you to actually just start thinking, start questioning, how much mental space and energy do you put towards your food? And when you eat, are you just eating randomly and without any thinking, without any consideration behind it? And do you find food stressful, or have you lost sight of the way that food can actually be a way to bring us all together and we can really enjoy it and nourish ourselves? Have a think about that, and I'll see you next video.